Let me wipe that off.
One of the reasons that we wanted the water feature too is because I keep bees.
Porch there, magnolia there, magnolia here.
They'll make a straight line from the beehive to the pond. But then after they fill it with water, they look like they're drunk flying back. They can barely make it.
And then the dogs come right down there and they got a real natural boat. How cool is that dog? That's like the Last Supper could be held there. There's frogs everywhere. They're literally everywhere jumping. Welcome to living the Aquascape lifestyle. Look at the size of that magnolia. Wow, that is gorgeous. How you doing, sir?
Would this be Greg?
That would be me. I'm the pond guy.
Nice to meet you, Gary Osborne.
Hey, Gary, you have a beautiful magnolia tree there.
Thank you.
And I hear you got more beautiful stuff here. Mark said he's been working for you, Gary, for years.
Yeah, we're going to show you. I'm glad you're here.
This is awesome.
No, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, this is so nice. So what year was it that you first met this young man?
Was it 18, 17 or 18?
I guess, I'm not sure.
Okay, so you've done a lot of work in a few years then.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I think the bug bit Gary and Felicia when they got into the water. It started off with the first water feature, and then there was a second, and then there was a third.
Hey, this is typical, and this is why I want to see this. Let's go check it out. Let's check out another beautiful Aquascape ecosystem water feature. Who's the gardener? Is that Felicia?
Oh, absolutely. She is in love with that.
Look at this beautiful entrance to the backyard here. I hear the sound of water right past the hydrangeas and the black-eyed Susans. I like how this path goes up to it, Mark.
Yeah, it kind of just meanders through. The whole landscape was kind of designed that way, so you can kind of move through the landscape with a nice flow.
Yeah. So is this the first water feature you put on here, or?
This is the second one. We actually, in the landscape, we designed this as a dry creek bed. This was a little dry creek, and he said, wouldn't that look nice if there was water moving? And so we ended up installing a Pondless Waterfall with a little dry creek bed was.
And look at that ground covers. Is that Creeping Jenny?
Yeah, that's Creeping Jenny.
Look at how thick it is. There's frogs everywhere. They're literally everywhere jumping. What are those, like little spring peepers?
There's tree frogs, there's green frogs, and there's toad frogs everywhere around this part of the country.
Oh, look at these puppies. Did you bring your dog yet?
But Duck is the one that inspired me to get an Australian Shepherd.
They are cool. Nice, beautiful marking.
This is a Pondless Waterfall, kind of the standard pondless basin. You see the access port where you can get the peephole to look down in there. That way it's really low maintenance. You can tell if you need to add water, but it seems like they don't need the water that often. And coming back through the landscape, this little stone walkway leads you back around to the living area. A little bar and a hot tub with a pergola structure on both sides of this glass sunroom that is just awesome. You see this sitting area. They really love this part of the house, and I think it's probably where they live more than anywhere. But this opens up into the ecosystem pond. Multiple waterfalls. You see this one here, it kind of greets you on this side with a flowing stream, driftwood and stumps. We tried to replicate nature with it. This one flows out gently into a big pond with all sorts of different aquatic plants. And the pond extends through a swim stream all the way up to this other end where there's a secondary waterfall. And this bridge leads you on across. They have a big family, and they have big family dinners out here. They've turned this into really a small farm. They've got bees and all sorts of different little animals. It's just wonderful. I think this is kind of the living area here. This is where they spend a lot of their time. Television, heater, fire table for the fall, grilling area. And you can see he's also got some birds back here.
That is funny. So they got a double porch in the back. Between the porches and the water feature, it looks like you mimicked it.
Exactly. Well, anywhere in the house that you look out a window, you're looking at a waterfall.
Yeah. Oh, you said there's 3 water features here.
Yeah, they've got the little fire pit area over here that we kind of helped them develop.
Oh yeah, very nice. Vegetable garden. Oh yeah, right here.
The water too.
It almost looks like it comes out from the back of the pond.
It really does. Well, the biofalls is on the other side, and then you just have a spillway over here, huh?
Exactly.
And then the dogs come right down there, and they got a real natural bowl. How cool is that dog? And another magnolia tree. There's a lot of symmetry in this property.
There really is, and he wanted to create a natural screen instead of having a board fence. Look behind you. You talk about an edible landscape. You see what's growing on those bushes?
Are those blueberry bushes?
Those are blueberries.
I guess it's sandy soil, and those blueberries look good too.
They're edible and they are very good.
And the birds aren't attacking them. That's pretty incredible.
To your left, here comes Felicia, the lady of the house.
Hello. I'm the pond guy, Greg.
Felicia.
Are
nice
you
to
the
meet
oldest
you.
daughter?
I am the wife.
Oh, okay. Hi, Felicia. So whose idea was all this water feature stuff?
Initially, we started off, we wanted to have just some sort of water in the backyard, and Gary was like, have you thought about a koi pond?
So it was
we
his
started-
idea.
Started looking at it and just thought it would be.
So you're a nurse, I heard,
I am.
and I hear that you're out here every day. This is your therapy.
Oh, absolutely.
What would you say to somebody that's never owned a water feature before in terms of how you use it and utilize it?
Oh, wow. Put me on the spot here.
Yeah,
but-
well, how do you? Just no, but how do you? Like,
Yeah.
you know, because you never owned one until 2017, right?
Correct. So I would just say that it is well worth the time just to come out and enjoy and just make it a part of your life. It just becomes, like I said, your therapy.
Yep.
It becomes your relaxation. It just becomes a place for your friends to gather.
Which is now more than ever, we need
Right.
that.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a beautiful property. Everything
thank
is.
you.
What's so crazy is how symmetrical everything is. I turned the corner, I saw a beautiful magnolia when I pulled in, and a deck, and another beautiful magnolia, another deck.
Yeah, that you would think had some sort of master plan behind it, but it did
It
not.
just worked out that
just
way,
sort of
huh?
Made it work out. And then when we had Mark and Joe come out and we told them our vision and what we wanted, they just made it happen.
They have been great to work with, and these are people that are inspiring to me too because they actually enjoy their space every day.
She said it was all her idea.
Yes.
Well, and another thing too that I didn't mention, one of the reasons that we wanted the water feature too was because I keep bees.
I saw the bees,
And
yes.
So it's a great way for them to get water. They actually choose a spot every year and pick a little spot, and you can watch them actually pick up water molecules, carry it back.
So they do different spots. Interesting.
It's really funny. They'll make a straight line from the beehive to the pond.
Uh-huh.
But then after they fill it with water, they look like they're drunk flying back. They can barely make it.
Yeah, that's cool. And nature needs it. Build it and they will come, we like to say.
Absolutely.
What do we have over here?
We've got some parakeets.
Now that is the Taj Mahal of a parakeet cage, I can tell you that.
My son and I built that.
Good for you. And how long have you had parakeets?
My husband used to breed birds, and he fell in love with these particular birds. A friend of mine said, hey, I've got 4 parakeets. So we've had these particular ones, we've had maybe 6 months.
Wow. Okay, well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we just built this summer.
Really cool setup here, right beneath the magnolia tree.
Yeah.
Super nice. And this is, of course, what it's about. Kicking back and being able to listen to that and look over that. It's the little details. It's the statuary. It's the purple coneflowers. It's the grasses that stop your eyes from going to the back. It's the parrot feather. Look at the driftwood that Mark put in here with the sedums growing around it. I mean, just incredible. Dragonfly just chilling out right there. I mean, this is just exquisite. Love the little bridge that comes over here. Irises that have already bloomed, the water lilies. It's just all the little things. Every water feature is a unique work of art, one of a kind custom creation. Some moss that are grown in. That's what makes my job so fun, is coming out and seeing how people are customizing their water feature. No 2 water features are alike. No 2 settings are alike. Every rock is different. How they decorate them is different. And that's what I love about my channel. Everything you're seeing is the same time I'm seeing it too. I love this little clump here of cattails, and then you've got some lotus in there, another lotus pile, some black-eyed Susans behind it. I mean, it's just so lush. Japanese maple, another Japanese maple. But just look at how gorgeous this fits in here. Could you even imagine this space without a water feature in it? I mean, it's even hard for me to picture. It just fits in so perfectly here, which is of course the ultimate goal, is to be able to have a water feature that just fits in perfectly with the environment. Here's what I was talking about. Porch there, magnolia there, magnolia here, but just an incredible entertaining area, incredible table, incredible garden. And I love how all of the windows face and look over at this. This to me is exactly the way a water feature should be designed. Up close and personal to the house for the living space, because even outdoor loving people spend most of their time indoors. And then of course, having a sitting area on both sides over here to be able to enjoy it. If you're interested in living the aquascape lifestyle too, check out a link below to find a certified aquascape contractor by you, just like Mark Carter. I love my job.